been eagerly anticipating this matchup, one that could call back the glory days once seen in the old Rubber Bowl. And the Cowboys will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Zips offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Fires to the right. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Wyoming. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
That makes the score Wyoming 7, Akron 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Zips want to move quickly. The quick out, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy, because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Some guys just have the pure talent to make the catch no matter how many defenders are around.
Yeah, Reese, he's a bit of a rule breaker, because even when he's covered, he's open, and the quarterback knows that. He's going to find a way to come back to the football and help his QB out.
The give to the right. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And the Zips will have it 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Wyoming's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Using his legs, it's Scott. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Dropping back, it's Svoboda. Fires to the right. It's complete. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know, as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miles. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Svoboda. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Cowboys trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. To throw, it's Finley. Getting some heat. Looking down the middle. Already find a hole in that secondary. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Gets it out quickly. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Goodwin. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Finley. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. From the gun. It's complete. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Zips!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at InfoCision Stadium.
The Zips will boot it away to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Looking for a crease, it's Scott. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. He looks that one in nicely. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill, but show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
And the Cowboys are marching down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Open space at the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wyoming. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Hold and fire complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give out of the gun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Finley. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave him some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Smart play call here. Anytime you can use the defense's aggressiveness against them, that's the way you do it. And eventually, you'll catch them out of position and bust a big play.
Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, give on the inside. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Svoboda. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to the run, it's Jones. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. The run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there, And knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Back to throw, it's Finley. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
And the Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Finley. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Zips are in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield, it's Golden. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Golden. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they execute the end route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And the Zips are on the move. The aerial assault continues. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to pass, it's Finley. Finds his big tight end. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Goodwin. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Quick release by the QB. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's back to throw on second down. He's got it. Touchdown, Akron! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella? The tight end comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Svoboda. This time it's complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over.
Final score, Akron 21.